Okay guys, so I'm just going to show you how you would build a portal, potentially for an auditor or someone else you want to share some documents with. So we go into the portal, you then click to create a portal space by clicking the blue button at the top right, and we could name this, let's say for example, ISO portal. You don't need to add any users at this point, you can just click done. That adds a new portal space which you can go into. So just very briefly, the way portals work, you have a dashboard, you have links, shared files that can be uploaded both ways. The reason for this RAMs, I'll go into in another video. Who's got access to it? This will be a tab the users will see their own work, and then you can also share audit schedules on the system as well. So let's say, for example, you wanted to give an auditor some access and you wanted them to see a bit of a dashboard. You can go edit dashboard. You could say welcome to our compliance page, something nice like that, and we can format it a little bit to make it look as nice as possible. Then you might want something like this, so we could have a shortcut, and then you can start to build up shortcuts to different things on your system. So create a shortcut to go to my AD process, and then that will open it up for them. Create a shortcut to go to my document areas. If you didn't want them to have access to all of it, delete that one and go shortcut to a .hub to the area or folder and say I just want them to have access to my policies and procedures. And you can add a little icon to it if you wanted to make it look nice. So we can go folder, put an icon there. So you can also start to show them some other things. So we could have some KPIs on this that show them the different ADs or accidents or any other KPI that you've got on your system. We can also show specific data like from a process. So it might be we want to show them our cost management. So we click to group by the status, and we can have an actual live table that the auditors or whoever gains access to this portal will be able to see. But the most common thing for this situation is just going to be using the shortcut tab. So create me a shortcut, go to my legal register, for example, would be a good one for your auditors to be able to go into. Now remember, the access in each of these will depend on each shortcut's access restrictions. But essentially what the portal does is whenever you add a shortcut to something, the portal user automatically gains access to that thing. So by adding legal register to the portal dashboard, when you add a auditor, they will click on this and it will take them directly to the legal register. Now they won't see this left-hand tab, it will just be the register. And depending on the settings at various places, they will or won't be able to edit anything. Most places they can't unless you give them permission to. So now that's just very quickly how you add some shortcuts. Let's say you wanted to add the auditor, you click users work, you click users and groups, and we can go to add a new user. And if they haven't already set up an account, you click add a user, you write your auditor's name in here, so it might be Bob Smith, put their email in, and then click send, and it will send them an invitation. And when they join, they will be directly added to this portal, and this is the first thing they're going to see. If you wanted to add some other just shortcuts to different things, you can do it through the links tab. This literally just creates different shortcuts to different things on the platform. So go to my doc areas, go to a specific ISO folder, then I want another one to go to my legal register or my policy manager, and I want another one to show my auditor all of my different forms. You can also do a shortcut to go to a specific entry. So if you wanted to collate some evidence, this is a good way to do it. So show DSEs, say you want to include 3 DSEs that you've done here. And now when the auditor opens it, it's going to take them directly to an example of the DSE. So I hope that helps show how you can use the portal for your auditors and how you can share information with them or with suppliers or customers. Just be sure that when you are setting these up, you can always click on the actual item, go to settings, and just check the access settings that you've got. So for example, portal roles, you might want to restrict it so they can't see anything unless we've added it to the portal. We just might want to make sure that we totally restrict access to certain things so that even if you accidentally added it to the portal, they're not just by default going to see everything. So there's some things you can play with there to suit your needs, but hopefully this helps with creating portals and with creating it for external people too.